Oh, well, I just finished my workout of the day. It's probably one of the toughest in the 30-day men's challenge. As I said, it's finished now, and as I reflect on the 30 days, it's just an awesome experience. And we'll probably be looking at just before the changeover to daylight savings. We'll do the month before, hopefully. So yeah, a few months away. But just wanted to tell you about Men's Alliance. Men's Alliance seems to be something that I really drawn towards. Exercise, mostly military. We'll just say fitness, and they're really intentional to strengthen us as men, not only physically but spiritually. Because like as the world gets worse, a lot of evil and darkness in the world, we've got to shine our light even more. And that's when people through hard times turn to Christ. When life is good, they seem to be, I'm good, bro. Yeah, I'll get there. I've just got to, give up cigarettes, give up drinking, there's always something. But when they're desperate, man, go straight to the Father, ask him, man, I'm struggling, bro. Please, will you watch over me? Will you fill the gap? I feel empty. So yeah, that's the reason why brotherhood works so well. And we talked about that, Proverbs 27, 17, iron sharpens iron, just as we sharpen another man, he sharpens us too, But this is I'm going through leadership at the moment, so looking forward to that and learning all sorts of things to do with Men's Alliance. And this is the Manawatu tribe, but I'm going to be running the New Zealand Alliance, because there's nothing like this in Aotearoa at all. So it goes to the memory verse of May, and we'll try and, as we talk about it when we train, which will be on a Friday, not this Friday. We're just finishing up with the 30-day men's challenge, so that's something special for the men. But we're going to launch in 2 weeks. Okay, so this week is for the men that were on the 30-day men's challenge, and then we're opening it up every Friday. Just listen out when it's on. If you want to be involved in this, stay on the messenger. I'll be trying to invite you onto my group, New Zealand Men's Alliance. So please add your name on there, and I'll keep you on the messenger page until we launch, okay? And then it'll be just a means of communication. So anyone that's actually turning up will be on the messenger. So, but hey, watch out for the Fridays, and just before daylight savings, we'll look at another 30-day men's challenge and encourage you to come along. So Romans 10:3 is the memory verse of the month. For they don't understand God's way of making people right with themselves. Refusing to accept God's way, they cling to their own way of getting right with God by trying to keep the law. So yeah, that's the first motto of the month in May, and we'll just try and remember and talk about that and what that means at the actual meeting. So I'm just training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just to keep sharpening up in the mornings. If you want to join me, that's cool. But yeah, I'm just doing it for myself, because the 30 days, man, it's nothing like you've ever imagined. It's just so good in many ways, but such a struggle in other ways. And what I mean by that, man, having to get up early. I've never done that since I was in my teens, maybe my early 20s, maybe. And yeah, just body weight exercises, running, But just brick by brick, as I say, Rome wasn't built in a day, alright? So, I'll read you this, and this is May 11th, temptation. Is being tempted the same as sinning? Jesus faced temptations, but never gave in. Since Jesus was sinless, being tempted is different from sinning. You don't have to feel guilty about temptations that comes into your life, because sometimes you cannot control them. However, you can feel guilty when you give into temptation. Satan is always trying to make you stumble. Sometimes you must literally run from temptation straight to Jesus so he can give the strength to fight against it. God's response: he was there for 40 days being tempted by Satan. He was out among the wild animals, and angels took care of him. Mark 1:13. Since he himself has gone through suffering and temptation, he is able to help us when we are being tempted. Hebrews 2:16. Watch out for attacks from the devil, your great enemy. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for some victim to devour. Take a firm stand against him and be strong in your faith. 1 Peter 5:8-9. God's challenge in one who wants to be wrong should ever say, God is tempting me. God is never tempted to do wrong, and he never tempts anyone else either. God bless.